What?
Yeah, man.
It's our anniversary.
Hey.
Anniversary.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
And I only make plans to hold your little hand for anniversary. Hey.
Go ahead.
Anniversary.
Go ahead. Hit it, Mo. Hit that part, Mo. Hit it.
I don't even know that shit.
Yeah. We'd like to welcome you to the No Cap Sports Show podcast, where sports and combos collide. Your host, Fredo, Mo Money, Jay Will, Mills Lane, and Kobe, the Cobra Turner. Authentic, unapologetic, no edits, no cap. Let the combo begin.
What's up, man? Welcome to the No Cap Sports Show podcast, where sports and convos collide.
It's Mo Money.
It's Mills Lane.
It's Kobe the Cobra Turner.
And I am Fredo. What's up, folks? How y'all doing today?
What's up, bro?
Man, we outstanding.
Y'all standing?
Yeah.
What's up,
Listen, fellas, I am making dinner, so if you hear an annoying beep and I pop in and pop out, I'm just turning some things over. Okay.
What you making? What you making?
Chicken wings
Okay.
in the air fryer.
Okay. Lemon pepper. You got lemon pepper on that thing?
I have a little lemon pepper.
Okay.
You got
all
some
right.
Louisiana rub on that.
I got some Cajun spice on it. I do.
All right.
There
Okay.
it is.
That's what's up. You got a little something going on.
A little something.
All right, look here. I got a couple of shout outs right quick. Shout out to Andrew Jackson from Chi-Town, Jimmy Moe, Anthony Wallace, Jarnell Turner, Charles Jones, Remene Nuturo, and my man Kobe Brooks. Hey, we appreciate you vibing with us and stuff like that, man. And to all our viewers and listeners out there. We will be doing within the next 30 minutes, we'll be doing we'll be giving you our thoughts on who our NBA GOAT is of all time, led by yours truly, Mo Money. So yeah, don't forget, we will be like I said, we'll be getting ready for that and stuff like that. Hey guys, let me ask you something right quick before we get into our content, right? What the hell is going on with Kanye West?
Oh my goodness.
What the hell is going on? This man has lost his damn mind.
Look, I can't get it up no more, but it's today. Not today, Kanye. Like, come on. Somebody grab a hold of that man and lock him down for a little bit. Send him to a place far, far away so he can get some stuff handled. Take his his keyboard courage, take that away from him.
Yeah, man.
Like, what's happening? Like, bruh, stop. I've been traded Kanye in.
Yeah, man. for future draft picks, right?
I gave him away. Forget it. I ain't trade him. I gave him away.
Oh man.
What you got, Mo?
Man, I'm gonna be real with you, Fred. Man, I get my degree in 2 weeks, but it ain't a PhD. I'm not a psychiatrist. I don't know what's wrong with that cat, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. He need to get some help. I pray for him. Like, all jokes aside, man.
Yeah.
I know he lost his mom. He went through something with Kim Kardashian, which that's a story in itself. Like, bro, you can't change all of them. Some of them are who they are. So you kind of get what you get. You know what I mean? I'm just keeping it real with you. But he needs some help, though. Real talk, man. I hope what he's doing is not like a publicity stunt or something like that, because he's losing us as a culture. Like, I don't
think he cared.
One thing about it, so I learned a little bit in marketing. The minority money, it spends 3 times, maybe 4 times over. So if you lose us, you're going to lose a large portion of your purchasing power. You don't want to just turn us off, because I'm going to tell you what the other side do. They ain't buying your shit like that. They're going to go to Skechers. They gonna go get whatever they gonna get. They ain't buying Yeezys,
Right.
bro. I'm just keeping it real with you. And they cool with the Target special. They not gonna rock with you. They gonna smile with you, shake your hand, and did not buy your shit. But we will buy it if we believe in you. Hence Michael Jordan, right? So you cannot turn off your constituents. That's what I would tell them, but real talk, I hope he gets some help. I hope somebody in this circle can talk to him, because that's an outcry for mental health, man. Pray for that brother.
True story. What you got, Cobra?
Look, I've always been a Kanye supporter, and I've even defended him. You know what I mean? But I mean, I can't.
White lives matter too.
Yeah, I mean, but real talk, I'm still not going to be too hard on him, just for the fact that, I mean, we've had our mental health episodes, and he's definitely dealing with something, and to me, it's just a cry for help. He's crying out for help, and I was listening to his music the other day. I listened to his early music, and then I listened to his current music, and just the content is like night and day. I mean, if you listen to his lyrics in his early music, he was talking about stuff that we wish he was talking about now, like social injustice and just uplifting his race and his culture, and after his mom passed, you just saw a whole different path he went on. And then you add the fact that, he had some losses along the way. Then you talk about his marriage with Kim Kardashian.
Right.
That added, that pretty much was salt in the wound. And he's just, I mean, I bet if we could just look inside of his head, I bet it's like 4th of July in there. I bet things just, bursting all over the place.
Right there, bro.
Yeah.
Imagery,
right
Kobe.
Yeah. So I bet things just bursting all over the place.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just pray for the brother and continue to support him, and hope that he gets well.
Yeah, I'm gonna pray for him too. And like I said, all 5 of us, we're huge proponents in terms of mental health. I think he need a slice of humble pie. Because as God giveth, God can taketh. You know what I'm saying? And that's, and that's the part that I'm afraid of when it comes to him. It seems like he does. It seems like he come off as if certain people are beneath him and stuff like that, or what have you, and everything, and everything is about billions and the billions he accumulated and he has and all this other stuff, man. You better be. The only thing I can tell you, brother Kanye, you got to be careful, man. You got to be careful. Whatever's going on from a mental aspect, get all the help that you can possibly get. But at the same time, man, you definitely got to keep it humble, man, because like I said, what you have can be taken away from you just like that. Bottom line.
That's a fact.
So
I just wonder what's the correlation between schizophrenia and like when your mind goes, or something pops and it changes you, whether it was a trauma of his mom dying or whatever it was. I mean, he's not the first person that this has happened to, but they tend to start quoting scripture. It may not be interpreted the way they feel it needs to be interpreted.
Right.
But I just wonder what's the correlation between schizophrenia and finding some type of Bible verse. It just seems like it's cultish. It's weird, but I've seen it happen before. And I just read an article about, and this is alleged. I didn't check the source, but if you all heard about it, let me know. He started Donda Academy in Chicago. Mm-hmm. So someone recorded the choir. The kids were doing a choir, and it was like an ode to Donda. It sounded cultish. I mean, it was just a clip, and it kept saying something about Donda. We miss you, Donda. Something I can't remember. Somebody watching can type that in if they know what I'm talking about. But the school isn't accredited, which a lot of schools aren't accredited. So that's take that with a grain of salt. But it is sad, and he can get prayers from me, but I'm kind of over it because it's like when you start degrading who we are as a people, and first yourself, because I don't think he sees it as degrading himself. as a black man, and what you went through and what you're still going to go through as a black man. It's just I'm just tired, like.
Well, I mean, like, honestly, I wasn't here for the mental health episode. I had some business to take care of, but that's what mental health look like. You know what I mean? Like when you crying out, and it doesn't always look cute. It's not packaged. It is what it is. Like, the brother need help. You understand what I mean? And I don't want to go back to that episode, but I didn't get it off my chest. Like, a lot of times we pick and choose mental health disorders. Like, pedophilia is a mental health disorder. It's a problem, right?
Right.
And we don't address it in our community because we only want to deal with the ones that are cute. If it's an issue and it's cute and we can jump on it and we can fund it or whatever. But obviously it's clear to me that Kanye West needs help. Bottom line up front, the problem is when you have that much money and you're that, successful, sometimes it's harder to get. Like Fred said, you got to fall in order to get back up, because he's not probably listening to people.
No.
It ain't but so many people that can reach him. But I'm gonna keep praying for him, because I want him to get that help, man. I mean, if nothing else, he's a father, he has kids. Right. It's for them, you know what I mean? He has other family members that I'm pretty sure are close to him, and they miss that old Kanye. Lyrically, musically, I miss it, but I'm just a fan. I mean, as a man, I hope he gets the help.
Yeah, man. Hey, my folks said the kids say good morning, Donda, every morning like it's a damn pledge of allegiance.
Yeah, Fredo, that you know what I'm talking about. That's what it is. It's real straight. Y'all gotta.
Steve Russell said he burning bridges.
Yeah,
facts.
He is.
I mean, wish him well in terms of that, hey guys. So we definitely, man, definitely hope he seek help at the end of the day, guys. But let me ask you guys. Well, let me tell you guys this, man. There was a game last Friday night. It was Freedom of High School of Freedom Woodbridge High School. I'm not going to even name the other school that they played against. Only thing I can tell you,
Hogan.
Okay.
Damn.
There it is. Thank you, Greg. Thank you. Put it out there. Exactly.
I'm home teaming right now. Sorry.
Only thing I can tell you was what 91 zip at halftime. And let me tell you this to all the viewers and listeners out there: the end of the game score was 112-16. Good God Almighty, man! Only thing I can tell you, man, this high school team, man, Freedom of Woodbridge, man, they putting up NBA numbers, man. They beat somebody 73-0, 63-0. I don't know what I know they're 7-0, man, but I just want to put them on Front Street tonight, man, because they got something going on, man. Shout out to Freedom Woodbridge High School, champ.
And their coach, Daryl Overton.
Hey, shout out to Daryl Overton.
First of all, Freedom has been beating teams like this for years.
Damn.
Unfortunately, or fortunately, they've only been to the state championship game once, and they lost. And that was humbling. That was about 4 years ago or something like that. But they have a whole new batch of talent, and they all young. And they're really good. And word on the street, I was not there. So obviously, when we see these types of scores, everybody, and I saw all the people running their mouth, oh, the coach is horrible. He should have took the play. You don't do that. You don't blah, blah, blah. But from what I hear on the street, he did everything he could to not have that be said about him. And his defense and his special teams. And I heard the team just the other team kind of laid it up and let them.
Yeah, can't help it if your second, third, fourth, and fifth string is good at the end of the day. That just tells you that's a tribute to that team at the end of the day. They're just that good, man. But definitely, definitely shout out to them guys.
And can I say one more thing? And again, I'm home teaming, so anybody can say whatever. I'm biased, yes. But what I do know is that group, that coach and that staff, and yes, they have a feeder, the playmakers, the AAU team or whatever, but those coaches teach technique. Remember that song, Don't Sweat the Technique? You remember that joint? I'm vibing in my head right now.
Right.
But I'm just saying, like, if you know football and you watch, like, they understand routes, like they understand
concepts,
technique, you know, which helps with injuries and not getting injuries and being able to read.
Right.
So you just have to kind of see them and understand that these coaches come with history and a winning tradition. And I was at the high school when we weren't winning.
Right.
At all.
Dang.
Nothing at all. So he was a great get for that program.
Well, he turned it
and
around.
Shout out. I can't predict. I'm not going to predict and put anything on him. I'll predict on the sports on the pro level, but they real good.
All right,
real
that's
good.
what's
I
up.
predict they gonna win state.
Yeah,
ain't no doubt about it.
Right.
I ain't had to say it. Good.
I haven't seen a high school football team like that in a long time.
Yeah, man. They're dominant, and I want to go see them one day for real. I definitely do.
Homecoming is Friday night.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. That may be the move then. Hey guys, let me ask you guys this, man. Should Golden State consider trading Draymond Green, especially with the latest incident with him punching, with him just running up on Jordan Poole? Hey, Jordan Poole, look here, man.
Put your guard up, Jordan.
Yeah, man.
You gotta come with your.
Hey, Jordan Poole.
Protect yourself.
For real, hey, man, we love you, man. You got a nice game and all that other stuff, man. But protect yourself at all times, brother. Protect yourself at all times. You never let a grown man or anybody walk up on you like that, home team.
With that much aggression.
Come on, cuz.
You don't do something.
You don't do that, man.
Didn't
Come on,
Jordan
man.
push him first?
You never let a man walk up on you like that, cuz.
Once Jordan Poole pushed him, I'm just going to keep it real with you. He got whatever's gonna come to him.
Man. Everybody, hey, man, right, man.
You know what I mean? Like, you keep your hands off people, Jordan.
That's right, man. Everybody, man.
You hit me, I'm gonna hit you back.
Yes, man.
If you know, hey, real talk though, if you know you can't fight, sometimes you just need to shut the fuck up and move on. Call security.
Bob and weave.
Hey, he in the NBA, bro. He knows there's no shame in if you can't fight, bro. You got a jumper. You a talented player. You know he couldn't fight. Like this probably
the hands down. Get the fuck out of here.
This you could tell how his hands was down. He ain't never really fought before.
Man, ain't never been. Where you from, man?
I don't know, but he a young boy, so you know he didn't see Friday. He didn't listen to Smokey. When Smokey said, he be like, "Shut the fuck up." I shut up. But when he leave, I talk again.
There's some guys, right? Like real talk. Draymond Green ain't selling no wolf tickets, man.
He not.
This man from Detroit, man. He's not playing.
Saginaw, but you're right. Ain't too far from Detroit.
Yeah, but Saginaw, Flint, they
ain't playing.
It ain't no difference.
He said he from Milwaukee.
Huh?
No. He from Saginaw, Michigan.
Yeah. He said he ain't free will. I know that's right.
Yeah. He ain't
real.
I mean, but to answer your question, no, they shouldn't trade him though.
Does that always make you like you hard? You know, like we from Alexandria, so it was like I'm from DC, so that make you hard. Or if you
can't fight it, don't
you get this? You can't fight me. Yeah, you got me.
Just saying.
Ass whooping or not, man. For real, you got to. You can't let somebody walk up on you like that. That's the only thing I can tell you. You cannot let nobody walk up on you like that, man. And you saw him coming. You saw it coming, and you did.
I don't even remember the push. But it must have been like
he touched Draymond first. He pushed him.
Man. Force. And he got to realize, man.
Chest,
he put some force behind it.
He did.
He put some force behind it, but like you said, he didn't keep his hands up.
He was supposed to bring it back.
Yeah. His reflexes was bad.
Hey, Mills, my man pushed him and put his face in the way. like hit me.
Yeah, man. That's
I know Tua was like, you should be in protocol with me, bro.
Look at bro. Draymond actually held him up. If he didn't hold him up, he'd have been knocked the hell out.
Hey, that's the worst. Just knock me out. Don't hold me up, man.
What was that boxing match, y'all, when the celeb started fighting the white guy that's beat all the basketball players and he knocked that dude out? Oh.
Yes, he did.
He
talking about Paulson, Logan Paulson.
Yes, what was the first? Oh.
He knocked out the dude.
Nate
What's the
Robinson.
dude from New York Knicks? Short
Nate
dude.
Robinson, yeah.
Little Nate
Nate-
Robinson.
Nate Robinson, man.
Night.
That's why they got white weight classes.
He
in
put a
boxing.
couple of people to sleep.
He
So yeah.
did.
Yeah.
He did.
Man. Come on. I mean, should Golden State consider? What should Golden State consider doing, bro?
No, I
Just
think
what we doing?
I think they should just stay the course. I don't think they should trade him or anything like
Yeah,
that. I think
he's still who he always been.
Yeah. Draymond is an important part of that team. If you think about it, he's really their point guard. He's their facilitator. He gets everybody in place on offense and defense. So, I mean, he's very important. And fights and practice and stuff like that, that happens every day on just about every team. It just doesn't get
I know.
out.
I got in a few of them.
You know what I mean? It happens. I mean, that's probably not even the worst
even I've
fight
been
you'll
stole before. I've been stole.
But you stole back though, didn't you?
I did.
There
but
it is. That's
in
all
the
that matters.
blackout.
There it is.
The form was terrible, but I came back though. I'm gonna tell you that. But I've been stole. Everybody been stole before. Who on here hasn't been stole at least
I've been
once?
stole. I've been stole on.
But it ain't over though. They would have been
It didn't
another.
go good for that. It didn't
Nah.
go good for them individuals after.
Yeah,
And I know
If I'm gonna
tough guy.
take
There ain't
that,
nobody
L,
holding you up like you a rag doll.
yeah, that ain't no good look right there.
I know,
But
man.
to answer the question though, I think if they trade him, it's not because of that situation. It has to do with the salary cap.
Yeah.
If you're not going to re-sign him, and you should get something for him. That's just my philosophy when it comes to players. If y'all can't come to some type of accord, then you need to go ahead and get rid of the player. At the end of the day, whether we like it or not, players
Right.
are assets. So get something for him and train one of the young bucks to try to take his position. But Kobe, right though, like the problem with Draymond, and this is why I think they might end up paying him,
Be right
is
back.
he does
Okay.
everything. Like
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
initiates the offense. On defense, he's a communicator, he's the tone setter, he's the quarterback of the defense, and then he sets the attitude. Let's just keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real.
Not for no $200 million.
Nah, I don't know about that
No,
shit,
he's
Fred.
not.
I
He's
don't-
not getting that.
Nah,
but-
I
That's
don't
what
know
he
about that,
want.
Fred.
That's what he want.
Well, he crazy then. Shit.
That's what he want.
He can square with me now. He ain't getting 200.
He's smoking.
Yeah, he is. He tweaking. Ain't nobody. Shit.
But I mean, if he can't get like 2, maybe like 100 or something like that. But I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with y'all. If they don't have Draymond, they're gonna get punked by a lot of teams because he is the heart of that team. I'm telling you, like they're gonna pull up looking like a light-skinned boy group in the 80s, man. People ain't gonna take them boys serious.
NyQuil. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, did you see that when Draymond was on the shot with LeBron?
I know he wants to go there.
No, I'm talking about he was on LeBron's talk show.
I did.
Last weekend. So one thing he said he identified when he got to Golden State, and he knew that would get him on the court and make his role impactful was they didn't have a goon on the team. They didn't have a bully.
Oh,
And he said his role for that team primarily is a bully. So
Still
I mean,
is.
and he's living true to that
Yeah.
label.
yeah. I ain't mad at him.
Well, you can't sell wolf tickets as a bully. Like after a while, somebody gonna call your card. They're gonna call your bluff.
That's supposed to be for the opposition, Draymond, not your team, bro.
Man,
hey, man. OGC Russell said her pool called him the triple single.
Hey Fred, you must don't watch the animal channel. You know, sometimes the little baby lion test the father lion, and they got they gotta do something. You know.
Well, hey, Fred, too. Let's keep it a buck. How many passes Draymond gave Jordan Poole? Like you don't get to that level. I don't think you do. Off one time, unless it's a keyword or something like that. That looks like that's been building for a while, and he like, look, one of these days I'm gonna catch your ass.
Look at Jordan Poole about to get that bag.
Yeah,
he's getting in the way of
he
Draymond
gonna
Green's
get
money.
paid. Oh, he gonna get paid. Yeah, I mean the Orlando Magic. Somebody gonna come calling.
Yeah,
these teams with cap space.
Right.
Yeah, he got some of Draymond money. So
that's what it was. He dipping into that money, man. Hey, shout out to the No Cap Sports Podcast where sports and combos collide. Hey, to all our viewers and listeners, do not forget towards the end of the show, we'll be asking you who is your NBA GOAT and why. So stay tuned. Stay tuned.
$200.
All right, hey, bros. All right, NFL Week 5 recap. Hey, starting with you, Cobra, man. What's your thoughts, man?
Once again, I'm still impressed by the NFL season. I've been watching some good football. You know, I'm very pleased of what I've been seeing. The Raiders, they just can't get it together. I mean, they had the Chiefs beat, and they can't get out their own way.
Their defense is atrocious.
Atrocious.
Yeah, it is.
What I missed? I'm back.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm back.
I'm back. Shout out to Michael Horton. I'm back.
You don't even know he a legend now.
You don't even know it.
You don't even know.
So we're doing Week 5 NFL. Go ahead.
I was pleased my Ravens won in a different fashion this time. You know, the defense really stepped up and closed out that win. The Eagles, they finally was tested, but they got the win. You know, it was an ugly game, but that's sometimes a testament to a good team when you can win the ugly games. You know what I mean?
True.
Cowboys, they still impressive with their backup quarterback. He 4-0, 5-0 total as a starter for his career. The Rams, they're terrible, man. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with them. Got to put some respect on Jimmy G's name, because since he came back in the lineup with the 49ers, they've been looking like that team in the NFC.
Yeah.
The Bills, they looked impressive this past weekend. Very impressive. Vikings.
It is, Jason.
And then I'm not going to go through everybody, but Commanders, man.
Now go ahead. Say it.
I mean, I know, you know, that's our local team, and we have to watch them every week because they on TV. But
yeah, you know,
there got to be some type of petition, man, to not show them on TV. Anymore,
man, them niggas need to be playing on Lifetime. Lifetime. That's how bad we are, man.
Don't disrespect Lifetime, man.
And you right, and that's one of my favorite networks, bro. My apologies. Not Lifetime, PBS.
What's that channel we used to watch at school? Channel 1 with the Asian girl, Lisa Ling. Hey, that's where she. That's where
I thought you was gonna say the channel with remember Electric Company. That channel right there.
Nah, Channel 1. They only played that at school.
Terrible, man.
Yeah.
Terrible.
So I mean, Week 5, stock up, stock down. That's how I'll address it. So we'll go stock up. Definitely the Ravens D. I mean, I'm not even a closet Ravens fan. That's my AFC team. So I watched them very closely. And their defense looked a lot better this weekend. Definitely the Buffalo Bills stock way up. Hey, I'm gonna have to give it to the Giants. They went out there and took care of business in London. Stock up, Saquon Barkley, Daniel Jones still can't really throw, but stock up for them guys. Stock down.
Hey Mo, not to cut you off, it may be stock up for the NFC East. I mean,
you already
Washington
know.
out the mix.
Yes, sir.
Hey, you already know, Kobe. You already know what time it is. The prognosticators was wrong. The NFC East looking good again.
Yes, it is.
Stock down. I'm gonna start with these NFL refs.
Let me stop drinking before I spit all over. Let me stop.
Man, these NFL refs is making this thing hard to watch, man. They look like flag football out there. Stock down. I'm blaming the Miami Dolphins medical staff because they're the reason why the refs is tripping. Because they didn't protect Tua. Stock down. The LA Rams offense and Matthew Stafford. Man, the Cowboys defense good. And I'm a Cowboys fan. Everybody know that. But we ain't that damn good. Matthew Stafford looked like trash. You know what I'm saying? He looked like Matthew Stafford from Detroit. And not with Calvin Johnson. When he left, he was throwing to Marvin Jones. That's what he looked like. So definitely stock down with him. And last but not least, stock down Ron Rivera. You cannot throw your quarterback under the bus when you traded for him. It was an open secret that Carson Wentz was going to get released. You traded for him. He playing like Carson Wentz. You know what I'm saying? He ain't doing nothing different than what he's done outside of that one season in field. It ain't his fault. He's just Carson Wentz. That's what he is. It's your fault for trading for him. You could have had anybody in the world. You wanted Carson. So you got what you got. So shut up, Ron Rivera, and coach the defense. How about that?
Hey, so I don't get to watch to listen to the radio too much, but I'm pretty sure Huggy Lowdown's Bama of the week is Ron Rivera. And if he said it already, somebody let me know. But I'm assuming that's gonna be his Bama of the week. But like I shared, I'm thanking you guys again for coming on my show last night, and I was talking about how I've been away for the weekend, and I watched no football in its entirety. I caught the end of Alabama, Texas A&M. I caught a snippet of the Cowboys game. So I did some research, and I just want to share, okay? So, yeah, I was going to talk about the Commanders just can't get right, and you just can't throw your quarterback under the bus, Ron. Like, we just can't do that. So that's something brewing now, because now that's in Carson's head. Now, what I predict, because, you know, I'm good on predictions, Carson is not going to be petty. Be quiet, Kobe. Carson is not going to be petty, but I think Carson is going to have. I mean, he like top 5 in yards. Top 5.
He is.
Yeah, like I hold on. Let me look it up.
No, you're probably right. It don't look.
Yeah,
like it.
Yeah, he is 1390.
What? Yeah, but
I got that on my research. But listen up. But I think Carson is going to have a really good game this week, just to throw it in his face. Now, I'm just, I'm not a Commanders fan. I'm a Cowboy through and through, but I'm just going to just throw it up there. Sometimes you need that motivation, and maybe that's the reverse psychology that Ron is using to light a fire under his whole team. Let's just throw that out there. I did see that pass from Josh Allen to Gabe Davis. The Bills, y'all. I told y'all the Bills just look good. Yeah, like this kid got his longest reception, his career high in that game. So Josh Allen and Gabe Davis.
Yes.
The Steelers are just I know they need a quarterback, but they're always kind of just right there humming, like they right in the middle somewhere.
You just answered the question though, the quarterback.
They're not even in the middle no more. It's embarrassing. And then my Cowboys, I'll leave it there. But the Bills, I didn't see the Chiefs. Shout out Travis Kelce, he cute, but all right, I'll leave it there.
There we go.
Next.
Hey, the Chiefs should have had an L next to their name. That's embarrassing, Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, offensively, I give them a B plus. Defensively, it's trash. Absolutely trash at the end of the day, guys. Yeah. All right, cool. All right, bear me for 1 second, guys, because we are going to take a look at the standings of our NFL picks thus far, and right now I'm not looking too good. So bear me for 1 second while we go ahead and bring this up.
I wouldn't expect nothing less from a Commanders fan.
I don't know how Anthony got Jonathan. Jay Will. Okay, she had
Kobe, I see you, boy. Look at you.
3 weeks in a row, baby.
Yeah, man. Kobe on fire, man.
I see you, Kobe.
Lamar Jackson.
Kobe is on fire, man. I can't deny it, bro. You got something going on over there, man.
Hey, you know what? Start cheating up Kobe paper. I'm gonna let him pick first. Hey, who we got, Kobe?
Kobe be on DraftKings like a mug. Let me borrow $5, Kobe.
All right, go ahead. We about to go ahead and get these NFL picks. All right, man. Please let me get in the league this week, guys. Please let me. Commanders at Bears. I am going with the Commanders.
Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears.
Oh, man. I'm nervous in the hooking church, man. God. Okay, man. Game 2, we got the Vikings at Dolphins. I am going with the Vikings, man. Jefferson. Man.
Who had quarterback?
That boy good.
I'm going to go to the Vikings.
I'm going to have to go with the Vikings, too, because I don't know who's playing for quarterback.
All right, back. We got the Patriots at the Browns, man. You know what? I'm going with the Patriots, man.
Patriots.
Give me the Browns.
Give me the Browns, too.
Yeah, I can't sleep on Bill Belichick at the end of the day, man. But we'll see. All right, man. 49ers out Falcons. Man, I'm going with the 49ers, man.
49ers.
49ers. I'm I'm down here.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Kyle Shanahan. You got something going on over there, man. Jimmy G. All right, man. Buccaneers and Steelers. Buccaneers, man. Come on, Mike Tomlin. You got to get that thing right, player. All right. What we got next? We got the Bengals at the Saints, man. I am going with the Saints.
I'm gonna say Saints. They had a good game.
I'm gonna go with the Bengals.
Is Jameson Winston quarterbacking this week?
Nah.
Okay. Ravens at the Giants. You know what, man? I'm going with the Ravens.
Y'all, I don't need that to say nothing. You already know.
Quote the Ravens, nevermore. All right, we got the Jets at the Packers. You know what, man? I'm going with the Jets.
Yes. The Jets.
Give me the Packers. They're not losing.
Packers at home. They're at
home.
home. Packers at home.
I'm going with the Jets for the upset.
At home?
Yeah, man. All right, we got the Jaguars and the Colts.
That's a
The
toss-up.
Jaguars, I don't know what they did last week, man. But you know what, man? I'm going with the Colts on this one, bro.
I gotta go with the Colts.
What you got, Mill?
Go Colts.
Okay.
I'm still
We
down
got
here.
the Cardinals
Down
and
here.
the Seahawks, man. I'm going with the Seahawks.
Seahawks.
I'm going with the Cardinals.
I'm gonna go with the Seahawks at home.
All right, yeah. Tell Kyler Murray to do his homework. All right, man. We got the Panthers at the Rams, man. Okay, Rams. This may be your first victory in a minute. I'm going with the Rams on this one.
Carolina's they tanking for CJ.
Look, the Commanders is too. So yeah, Bills at the Chiefs. I'm going with the Bills.
Give me the Chiefs at home.
I'm going with the Chiefs at the critics.
At home.
I'm gonna stick with
I'm going with the Bills on that one, man. All right, we got the Cowboys at the Eagles.
Eagles at home.
You know what? Yes, I'm going with the Eagles.
Eagles
Shout out
at
to Jalen Hurts.
home on the road.
That's gonna be a tough game, though. It's gonna be a tough game. All right, we got the Broncos at the Chargers. I am going with the Chargers.
Give me the Chargers. Man, Russell Wilson look bad. Russell Wilson look like he's smoking weed in them.
Yeah, they got byes this week.
All them teams suck.
Finally, I'm back.
Huh?
You had that thing in my face.
Oh,
But nobody see me.
yes, indeed. Okay, man. So look here, man. Let's go ahead and keep it going. Man. I need you guys to give me 5 NBA storylines heading to the 2022-2023 season. Starting with you, Mills.
Okay. Let's go with the Brooklyn Nets. Now that Ben Simmons is joining the fray, will that make a difference? I think so. Feel like there's a new energy. Kyrie and Kevin, whatever they have plotted out the last few years, I think this is the year for them. Can the Celtics keep it tight without Ime?
That's good.
You know, because this is a morality. What do you call it when the morale is down? I think. So we'll see. I think they'll be okay after the first month or so. So my next one would be, we talked about Draymond. I'll leave that alone. But Kawhi is back for the Clippers. Zion is back and has lost some weight. I'm feeling like Zion might be a bust though. If this year
if he just keep that weight down,
even at 300,
he might
keep that weight down. He'd be all right.
Yeah.
Ben Simmons, Jamal Murray is back, and John Wall. Y'all know I love him.
Yes.
And he's very open about his mental health struggles, and so I'm hoping he has a good year. So, you know, the Wizards, no, and the Knicks, I don't know, but my friend's grandson plays for them, so I'm gonna be rooting for him. Why his name skipping my brain right now? Trevor. His name Trevor.
Keels.
Trevor Keels. That's right. Trevor Keels. Yeah, man. Shout out Trevor Keels. Yes.
Shout out to Trevor.
I think it went to, Paul the Sixth? Yeah. Yes. Okay, man. Shout out to Trevor. What you got, Cobra?
Well, some of the same storylines that Mills had. You know, I'm interested in see how the Celtics rally around each other without their coach that just led them to a finals. I want to see if they have a drop off because of that. Brooklyn Nets, I like to see Kyrie, Ben Simmons, and KD. I want to see what they look like together. I think they really have a chance to do something special as a team if they stay the
thin in the middle,
course.
bro. They thin in the middle.
Yeah, they are, but they're so great on the perimeter that you just can't overlook them. Golden State Warriors. What type of team chemistry will they have looking forward? You know, I mean, I know they had the incident with Draymond. So is that something that's going to hold them back a little bit, or will they get over it and like a true championship team would and go for another title? My fourth storyline, I would say, is I want to see all the teams that's going to be tanking so they can get Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, I wonder how you pronounce that last name.
Man. Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Problem.
Yep. So there's going to be, I mean, the bottom half of the NBA are not going to be trying to win this year. No. I mean, so some of those teams that want to get into the playoffs,
please note to the Wizards. Yeah, please tank.
It's dangerous,
but you know what?
man.
The Wizards don't even have to tank. They're gonna be down in the bottom. so they in a good position. No worries, Fred.
They ain't running.
And my number one storyline, my top storyline is my man LeBron James race to 38,388 points. You know what I mean? To become the all-time NBA leading scorer. So that's what I got.
What you got, more money?
I start at the bottom. So every year, one thing that we don't track is injuries because players play in the World Cup or they play in the Olympics. It's a thing. They fatigue, right? Because we humans. This year they had the World Cup. So there's going to be a lot of your European stars that may end up hurt down the stretch or may not have gas left in the tank. When you got a guy like Luka, who physical conditioning is not at the top of his regimen already, he's played like an extra 15, 20 games. So I want to see how that plays out during the season. Giannis is another guy that goes all out and typically plays between 75 and 80 games. I don't know how much gas he may have left in the tank.
Yeah, he's not human though.
He's really not.
He's another level. But we all human. At the end of the day, trust and believe me. When I tell you, because it happened to KD. KD played in the Olympics. Then he was fatigued from Kyrie, but some of that had to do with the Olympics. When he just didn't show up.
Yeah, he is, man.
He's a monster.
Yeah,
My second thought is like these teams that have these injuries every year, like the Lakers, the Clippers, are they going to finally put it together? And if they can't, is this the season that we see them blow their franchises up? Because I don't think the Clippers ownership, and I know the Lakers ownership is not happy with paying these guys all this money, and you're not making the playoffs, or you're getting put out in the first round, and your superstars just can never seem to stay healthy. So
damn, Mo, they just won a chip 2 years ago.
I'm putting to you like this here, Kobe. The NBA been around for 76 years. The Lakers got 17 championships. They've been to about 30, almost 30 finals. Mm-hmm. They ain't got no patience over there, bro. The same franchise that traded Shaq. Kobe was almost on the way out.
Yeah, Jenny Buss ain't having that shit.
Nah, because it's not the fact that they losing or they have lost. It's how they're losing.
Right.
It's due to non-availability of what's supposed to be your best player. Supposed to be.
Well, they ain't winning shit this year. I can tell you that.
They don't have to win, Fred. They just need to make a run. Like they got to get in the playoffs and at least stay competitive in a series or two. You cannot not make the playoffs when you got 10 teams that's buying to make playoffs. It can't happen. So that, as a matter of fact, they got to make the play-in. I'm talking about the playoffs. Like they got to make the playoffs.
Yeah, I think they'll be all right, though. I think Anthony Davis come up big this year.
I hope so.
That is the key right there. Anthony Davis at the end of the day. And obviously they're not trading Russ. So, yeah.
They're not going to trade Russ? I think this is the deal.
They got 3 point guards on the roster that's all starters.
Right, man.
They're going to have to trade Russ at some point. It's going to be an injury that happens at some point during the season. that somebody's gonna want Russell Westbrook. Or need
it's
Russell
not Indiana,
Westbrook.
from what I heard. Yeah, Indiana don't want. Indiana did not want to
Charlotte
make
might
that.
be a team. I mean, the
Who?
balls genetics. They don't stay healthy. Both of the brothers talented, but there's something in them. They can't stay healthy. So
True story.
I think Charlotte might come calling, or another team that need a point guard. My third storyline is, how will Dallas function without Jalen Brunson? I don't know if y'all watched him in the preseason, but that wasn't a fluke. The boy can ball, man.
Oh, absolutely.
And to have that secondary, on off ball or on ball point guard, it's a big deal for Luka, because anybody that's never played basketball and played the point guard position don't understand how taxing it is on your body. Mentally and physically. You need somebody that you can trust to bring that ball up. So I definitely want to see what the Dallas Mavericks look like without Jalen Brunson. And then Kobe stole my thunder. I want to see who all going to be tanking, because it's going to be some disappointing teams, man. I seen the Knicks tank 2 years in a row and end up with RJ Barrett and somebody else. I can't remember who it was, because that wasn't important. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't get AD 1 year, and they didn't get Zion or Ja Morant. How you do that? You tank and miss out on 2 players. So I would caution some of these franchises to be a little careful, right? But the other thing is, what contender is going to be an opportunist and take some of those role players that those teams have?
True.
And then my number one storyline, and I'm looking at everybody's talking about it, is the Boston Celtics. I don't think Ime Udoka got the credit he deserved last year from a lot of people. I think that, I've heard, those are Brad Stevens players. Oh, it's Jalen Brown's maturity. Market. Who do you think brought that defensive system there?
Right.
They didn't play defense like that before. It was Ime Udoka. He brought it from San Antonio by way of Coach Budenholzer, by way of the Brooklyn Nets. He had a lot of mentorship into that defense, and he was a defensive player himself. So I'm hoping, all the bullshit aside, that if he has to get fired or whatever, he can get another job and people understand the defensive job that he did last year, making adjustments. It's not easy to make a player like Kevin Durant look like that, So those are my storylines.
And he cute.
Yeah, man. All right. Well, okay. Meanwhile, on the ranch. All right, Mo, we got your segment coming up, brother.
Oh man, so we talking that GOAT talk, man. This is something that we talk about in the barbershop, something we talk about at work. You text your brother, your cousin, everybody, your homeboy, and you're always talking GOAT talk. So a little history on the word GOAT and how it was used throughout time in sports. Muhammad Ali was the first person to coin himself the greatest of all time, right? And then LL Cool J popularized it in modern day when he said he was the greatest of all time as a rapper. He had an album called The GOAT. So he is the person that is credited in modern day with coining the phrase and everybody figuring out who's the GOAT. Now, this is me. I'm an outside the box thinker. Fred to tell you that. I think Kobe and Mills, they've seen that. I don't believe
I ain't seen nothing. No.
There is no such thing as a singular GOAT. Here's why. I got a couple reasons, right? And I wrote them down because I wasn't gonna remember. So one of the first reasons why I don't believe there is one singular GOAT, I wrote down 4, so I'll keep it brief, is there's no way that I can quantify a play that happened in the 60s and 70s. There's no way. I was born in the 80s. I don't know the impact of Bill Russell or a player like Wilt Chamberlain because I wasn't around to feel it. I can look at the stats. Matter of fact, some of their games weren't even televised. So I can't tell you how impactful they were. That's what makes them impactful, is the fact that you can see it. The second reason I don't believe there's a greatest of all time, not one singular, I think there's many GOATs, is we move the goalposts to fit our narrative. When we talk about Michael Jordan, we're like, oh, winning. But then Bill Russell won more. Oh, it's scoring. But he don't necessarily hold the scoring title. So we move the goalposts to fit our narrative for our generation. Yeah. And then my third point about the GOAT is when you do that, you take a no. That's my 4th point. My 3rd point is the evolution of human beings. When we look at the next generation, they're going to be bigger, stronger, faster, and not only just the human part of it, the game. There was no 3-point line for a long time. So a guy like Eddie Johnson, he didn't grow up shooting threes. A guy like Dale Curry, they didn't grow up shooting threes. It was almost forbidden. For y'all that don't know who Eddie Johnson is, go look him up. Eddie Johnson was cold back in the day, but he was before his time. Right. So, you know, a guy like that, you will never know how great they were or could have been because they played in a different era. And then my 4th reason for stopping this GOAT stuff, like, it takes away the greatness of players that are happening now. And I'll tell you, I was one of the biggest Kobe critics because I was a big fan. Like, if I'm a big fan of yours, I'm gonna be real critical. Like, I love Lamar Jackson's play. I'm super critical of him, right? Because I want him to just be the greatest. But I compared Kobe Bryant so much to Michael Jordan that I didn't appreciate the greatness that was happening. I didn't appreciate the natural maturation in his game. How he came into the league as an athlete, then he became a defensive stopper, and then he became a scorer, and then at the end he became a leader and a man. So I didn't appreciate that because I always just wanted him to get 6 rings or 7, and we do it now with LeBron James. We don't appreciate LeBron's greatness because we're always comparing it to a ghost. You understand, right? What I'm saying? You can't be better than yesterday. Like it's almost impossible. Because Fred is going to feel the way he do about Michael Jordan because he felt every moment of Michael Jordan. And that's the bar. It's been set. You can't get any higher than that to him. So, and then, and this is kind of with that 4th point. Every player that comes along takes away from the last greatest player. So if you're saying Michael Jordan is the GOAT, well, he learned from Dr. J and Thompson and some of the guys that came before him, and he took bits and pieces from their game. Right. And the same thing happened with Kobe, and the same thing happened with LeBron. So that's why it's harder for somebody to come along after them and just say, oh, they're all out greater if you took parts of their game. Why do you think LeBron is so media savvy? He learned what not to say about Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? What not to do from Michael Jordan and some of the other players that played before him. So that's just my take. I don't believe there's one singular GOAT. I believe there are GOATs by decades and eras. And then, you know, that's just my take on the team.
That's a great take, bro. What you got, Cobra?
Man, I agree with everything Mo said, to tell you the truth. I hate the GOAT conversation. You know what I mean? Because it's just too many great players that has come along over the years. But I'm going to participate in this debate, and I'm gonna give you a GOAT. There
it is.
Yeah,
all right. There it is. And you better not say world be free. Go ahead.
So look, matter of fact, I'll give you a list of GOATs. How about that?
Okay. All right. So
number 1, who I think is the greatest basketball player to ever play the game, and I just said I don't like doing this, but I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
It's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Respect.
Kareem doesn't get the proper respect that he deserves as the greatest player, and a lot of that is media driven because during the time when there was the civil rights movement and all that.
Oh, this ain't happening in a long time.
We got it.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, and he sided, you know, he turned Muslim. And so the media, of course, didn't ride the train like they did with, let's say, Michael Jordan. Mm-hmm. So when Michael Jordan came, you got to think Michael Jordan was kind of the first of his kind. You know, he was the tall, big guard, super athletic. Well, we really didn't see that in the league yet. So the NBA said, you know what? We're going to take this guy right here and market him so much around the world that he's almost going to be like a myth. Like you know, that's what Michael Jordan is. Like the sun come up, everybody like, man, Michael Jordan, the bad money, he made the sun come out. Like, I mean, he gets credit for everything, you know what I mean? Yeah. But that was also media driven because that was during a time when David Stern, brilliant man, the commissioner at the time, was like, we need somebody, because he took it from the team concept to promoting individuals that people would gather around and want to come see, pay their money, go to the, fill up the stands and all that stuff. So Michael Jordan was that person that they pinpointed to build the game up worldwide, and we build them up so much now. People like Fred, you can't even mention somebody that's just as good or better than Jordan. He'll blow a gasket. You know what I mean? But he don't even know. That's not even his own opinion. He's been brainwashed from the early.
I have not.
He don't even know.
Hey,
don't
Fred.
even know that.
Hey, you've been bamboozled.
Bamboozled.
Let
Let
it
me
rip.
tell you something. Hey, I'm gonna tell you like I tell Jay Will, man. The eyes do not lie. At the end of the day, I know what I saw. I know what I see, and I know what I seen.
But look, Fred. But there was a time when I said this out of my mouth at one time. I said there would never be a better player than Michael Jordan ever. That's what I thought. Because during the time when Michael Jordan came in the league, I was living in the Chicago area. My first basketball game that I ever went to in my life was Michael Jordan.
Oh,
Kobe. We got to give.
If we just freeze with him,
you froze on us, bro. You froze on us.
Yeah.
What'd you say? No. Your first basketball game was
the Michael Jordan Bulls. I think it was either his rookie or his second year against Dr. J 76ers.
Oh, my God. It's like 84, 85.
Yeah, so I was a diehard Bulls fan. And I love Michael Jordan. I love Scottie Pippen. But, as time went on, and I started playing basketball and I started to see the game for myself and started evaluating players, I started to see like, whoa, there's some other guys out here that deserves credit just as much as Michael Jordan. And then Mo pointed out evolution. You know what I mean? As time went on, there was evolution. So there was a lot of Michael Jordans athletically. Not as far as his game, but athletically, size, athletic. Michael Jordan didn't have to face himself every day. These guys now have to face themselves.
You want to flip that off.
Yeah, like, LeBron's, 6'9", 240, 250. At one time, you're like, it's never going to be another LeBron, but he'll go to New Orleans and you see Zion. You go to Milwaukee, you see the Greek Freak. Like, you see these other freakish athletes. And then second on my list is LeBron. Yeah. Third on my list is MJ. And fourth on my list is Magic. And then fifth on my list, I kind of roll the dice between Duncan and Kobe because I looked it up. Because when Michael Jordan left the game in '98, right, there was a void. Who was going to be the next best thing? Michael Jordan gone. Who's the next best thing? And I was looking. The most consistent person in that 10-year span, individually and as far as team success, was Tim Duncan.
It was.
If you look at first team All NBA, Tim Duncan is on every single one. Kobe Bryant was on a few first teams. That's it. So that's why, but I know how great Kobe Bryant is as a player, so that's why I always put him there like Duncan, Kobe. But the reason why Kareem and LeBron, I got them at the top of my list, because when you say the greatest of all times, I take the totality of their career. They have been the greatest things on the basketball court since we first learned about either one of them, whether it was grade school, high school. Kareem in college was the best player in college, won 3 championships in college, and then he came to the NBA and dominated the same. LeBron, of course, didn't go to college, but he dominated high school. He was player of the year in the nation 2 years in a row, won 3 state championships, 3 Mr. Ohio's, and then he was tagged the chosen one as a rising junior in high school.
Okay.
He had all the pressure in the world on him. Everybody put all this pressure on him. And then he had all these naysayers saying what he couldn't do, what he wasn't going to be. And then now you look 20 years later, he's about to be the leading scoring player in NBA history. He's about to have damn near 40,000 points when his career done. And and scoring is his second best attribute to his game.
Yeah. Yeah.
What you got, Mills?
I totally agree with what Mo said. I like the lead in with Kobe and what he said. You know, I tend to compartmentalize what I remember. And when I grew up, it was Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, I met him as a college student in the floor playing Atari at UNC because my god brother Carl Carr played football.
Okay.
Before he was Michael Jordan, right? So what I think we had this conversation about you can't pick a GOAT because of all the things that Mo said, because of all the things that Kobe said. However, what I will say about Michael Jordan, if I had to pick a GOAT, is he was our first global superstar.
Right.
He was the first person, he has 6 championship rings with one team. His work ethic, his athleticism, his branding and marketing was top tier. We didn't know that, and I come with a song. What was the song? And Kobe was I was like, if Kobe sing my song, I wanna be like mine. If I could be like Mike, you know what I'm saying? So what I love what Kobe just said, so LeBron saw that. So so you step that up a notch. Like so you make, or Mo, maybe you said it, you take what you've learned and you take how they failed in some things and you know how to make it better. But again, if I had to pick a GOAT, sure, Bill Russell has 11 rings, Mike has 6. However, I didn't live then. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I just know what I've read and seen in old footage. So yeah, Michael Jordan, if there was one, because of all these things, he was the first for a lot of things. So that's my choice, Michael Jordan.
Hold on, Fred, before you go. I didn't pick a GOAT. I'm gonna just say my GOAT come from the Lakers. You can pick one.
Just pick any of mine.
Okay, yeah, Russell Westbrook. I got you.
Exactly. James Worthy.
Russell Westbrook, he don't even qualify. He ain't
LeBron, Magic, or Kobe.
Or Lou Alcindor.
Or Will Kareem.
Or Shaq. Or whoever or Jerry West. Or you want Elgin Baylor? Huh? You want me to keep going?
Yeah.
Now, I mean, honestly, if we going off the era that I saw as far as GOATs, it would have to be, it's Kobe for me, because it's like for y'all, you know how you have this nostalgia with Michael Jordan. That's how Kobe was for me, to watch the maturation, the man he was, the sacrifice, the work he put in, and his influence and impact on today's athlete. But if it's off of people that I did not see play, it would be Bill Russell. Like, let's be clear. If Bill Russell played his cards differently in the 60s, we may not have black athletes in the NBA. If he had attacked some of those people that were wronging him back in the day, we wouldn't even be there. We'd be watching everybody shoot threes and the game would be below the rim. It might be 1 or 2 dunkers, but it wouldn't be no dunk contest. I'm tell you that right now. So it'd be Bill Russell for me, for guys that I've never seen, and for guys that I've seen, it'd be Kobe Bryant if I had to pick a GOAT. But I stand on what I say, man. I don't get into that, man. I do errors.
Right, I get it. I mean, like I said, don't forget about Wilt Chamberlain, like you said, like Bill Russell. You hear like about Julius Erving. For me, guys, look, that I was introduced by basketball from Julius Erving in 1980 when they played against the Lakers. Especially, I think it was that Game 6 or Game 7. Magic had to play center because I think Kareem had broke his ankle or fractured his foot or what have you. That's when I was first introduced to basketball. I love me some Julius Erving. But as time went on, and I will say this: Michael Jordan, to me, is the best basketball player ever. He's the GOAT in terms of everything that I've seen. And this is not even my favorite player. I tell you guys all the time, the eye test don't lie. You can sit up here and you can talk about Kobe. Yes, Kobe can be mentioned. I'm not mad at that. Where did Kobe get that from? Right?
You got it from Mike. Yeah,
exactly. Got it from Mike.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is this, man. I'm not sitting here talking about LeBron accolades and from high school and stuff like that. You basically what you're talking about, Kobe, and I respect everything you're saying, but those are expectations that he far exceeded. You right? From a personal standpoint, I get that. We're talking about on the goddamn court. The eyes don't lie, man. This man won 6 straight championships. It could have been 8 had he not took a vacation for 2 years. To be totally honest with you, we wouldn't be talking about Houston with these 2 championships. So what you guys fail to realize is mindset. This guy's mindset and his competitive nature was like no other, man. No other. He took that shit personal. He took it personal, and he was coming after your ass no matter what. And he delivered on the highest stage year after year after year. Yes, there was a stage where you had to get past Boston. Then you had to get past Detroit. Then the mantle was handed down to him, and he did not let us down whatsoever. 14-year career, man. He gave us everything and possibly more. I look at players that play in the biggest stage and don't fold at all. And this guy, Michael Jeffrey Jordan, never disappointed. Never disappointed, man.
My only thing to that, Fred, is I'm gonna pose this, right? Did Michael Jordan have to play another player that we consider to be a GOAT in their prime during his era?
Who fault is that? Who fault is that, Mo?
That's why it's hard to have a GOAT.
Hey, Mo, I get that. You can. Let me tell you something. You can stick Mike in any goddamn era. Whether it's the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, right now, he's still gonna give you that. I understand you can make the case for Kobe, you can make the case for LeBron and several other players and stuff like that. Only thing I'm telling you, in my humble opinion, right, Michael Jordan is just the greatest of all time. This is coming from someone that he's not even my favorite player ever. And then people don't mention Magic Johnson as well. Right. Hey, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird. Hey, those guys made a huge impact on the NBA before Mike got there. You know what I'm saying? They actually revitalized the NBA because it was pretty much cocaine cowboys at that time. For real, everybody was smoking cocaine, snorting cocaine.
Brother.
So the mindset is good, but when we think about Michael Jordan being the greatest of all time, we think about winning. And if you put him in a different era, and he had to play against other great teams in their prime, he's not winning 6 in a row. I'm telling you that right now. He's not. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be hard for him to beat that Golden State team, for him to beat Tim Duncan in them when they was in their prime, for them to beat the Miami Heat in their prime.
With him, Scottie Pippen, and Dennis Rodman.
If Draymond Green, Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, and Steph Curry roll out of basketball,
stop that foolishness, man.
It's gonna be hard on them. Man, them boys had problems playing the New York Knicks, man.
Okay,
they had problems playing the Seattle
game right now would have problems with the New York Knicks.
They had problems.
Come on, man. They were shutting everybody down with Oakley and all those guys. Come on, man.
That team would be in the lottery today, Fred.
Oakley ran a 6-second 40. had a 15-inch vertical. Anthony Mason was the same. Patrick Ewing had 2 torn meniscus.
Man, you talking about we talking about early 90s, bro. They was a problem. You know it, not know it, Kobe.
Why you think the Knicks and the Pistons and all those guys, once the 90s said they was playing so physical? Because they didn't have the athletic ability, they didn't have the speed or the quickness to deal with this new breed of player that Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen was. It wasn't until Kobe and them then started coming in the league until you talking late 90s. That's when those type of players start rolling the league, and that's when Michael Jordan was on his way out. So he didn't have to go against those cats. I mean, if you think about LeBron, think about who he played against at his position for 20 years. Think about who he played at in his position. Jordan never had nobody at his position that's worth mentioning. Who was the second?
Big Time said. Big Time. Let me tell you something. Big Time said it best. Like I said, the rules are not the same. Basketball is a lot softer now. Right back. Let me tell you something. These guys could not play back then. Are you serious?
Them guys back then couldn't play now because you could take the word soft and put skill in there.
Averaging about down 45 in today's game, man. You know it, I know it.
And that's fine, Fred. You don't consider Michael Jordan to be the greatest of all time because of his scoring ability. It's because of his willingness to win. That's what you look at with Michael Jordan, because there's been other basketball players that can score the ball just as good, if not better.
Right, but we were just briefly just talking about playing in eras and stuff like that.
I've been quiet.
Yes, ma'am. Let me hear it.
This is why I hate having this goddamn conversation. There really isn't a right or a wrong here, right? It's just gonna keep going and go. Can we stop?
But look at but Mills, look at Fred's face. It's all worth it. It's worth it. Look at his face.
Why are we trying to do that to Fred?
Hey, look,
big man.
Dead mad.
No, I'm not.
That's about 10 seconds. He gonna still be mad.
Detroit Pistons was my mob. As everybody know, Isaiah Thomas is one of my 5 favorite players ever, or what have you. And not like I said, we used to give it to Detroit. I mean, we used to give it to Chicago. Big time, but Jordan always showed up, and you knew at some point, man, he was coming. And when he started coming, man, it's gonna be all over with, man. And
he started coming when they start leaving.
Yeah, that's why I said Father Time caught up with them, bro. It was their time to go.
And I get Fred talking about Michael Jordan mindset. You was talking about his mindset, but I guess he turned it off when he moved to Washington.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, man, what, you about 40 years old, Kobe? Really?
Hey, if you step on the court, you got to produce.
Yeah.
LeBron's down there 40 now, and y'all still criticizing him.
Let me tell you something. I'm not criticizing LeBron. LeBron is second on my list in terms of greatest of all time players. I got Kobe at 3. I got Magic at 4, bro, and I got Bill Russell at 5.
This is the last thing I'm gonna say about it. The reason why I got Kareem, LeBron, and Jordan on my all-time GOAT list is because if you look at the time frame where they dominated the league, individually dominated the league, they all did it for at least 10 years. You know, you look at LeBron, he pretty much dominated the league from 2007 to 2020. If you really look at it, if you look at what he achieved, his accolades, all that, 07 to 20. You look at MJ, 88 to 98. That was all him. And you look at Kareem, you talking late 60s all the way to the late 80s.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah, I mean, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is one of a kind, man. We'll never see anybody like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar again. The man and the player, it just doesn't match to me. And I'm gonna give you a personal reason why Michael Jordan would never be my GOAT, right? When you talk about Kareem, you talk about Bill Russell, these were men that stood on business, and stood on stuff for our community. That's always been my problem with Michael Jordan.
Right.
And I don't think he's ever done enough for our communities. Like LeBron built a school.
Yeah.
What MJ doing? We motherfuckers killing themselves to get his shoes.
I think MJ
he's doing now.
I don't know if MJ was out.
MJ ain't do shit.
He talking about when he basically said Republicans buy Air Jordans too or Nikes too or something to that point.
He gave some money. I don't know.
Yeah,
it ain't enough, Mills. What
Cedric the Entertainer say on Barbershop? Oh, Jesse Jackson. But no, Mo, I was going to ask you a question. I was going to ask you a question about that. By you using that criteria, don't you think you moving the goalpost? Do you think that all that stuff should be considered when we talking about the greatest player of all time? You know that philanthropy and all that stuff.
That's why I say it can't. That's why I don't do the goal, because we gonna always move the goalpost. So statistics is a relative term. You're gonna try to skew your argument to win it. Like, you know, we get to talking, we like, man, Mike the best. No, man, LeBron the best. Jordan got the best shoes. Well, Mike drive a Porsche. He was the first one to drive a Porsche. I saw it. It was all black. So you're gonna always move the goalpost to make your quantitative. And then here's the thing: it's impact relative to when you were a man or woman at that time. Michael Jordan, he shatters records and does things for you because you felt it at a certain time. And it's the same for Kareem or Bill for the generation before us. Like, if you go talk to a real one, right, from the 60s, you can't tell them nothing about Bill Russell or Wilt Chamberlain. Yeah, like, for real. And the generation after that will tell you Dr. J or Magic Johnson or Bird. So it's all about the impact relative to when we saw him play and when we understood the game. Like Michael Jordan, truth be told, I will be really real with y'all. I was born in the late 80s. He was before my time. So when I saw MJ, he was already MJ. And I didn't like his ass. That motherfucker won all the time. He was like Tom Brady to me.
Thank you for making my argument.
Everybody beat his ass. I was like, Charles Barkley, come on, oh, you suck. Come on, son, Kim, come on, you suck too. So I wanted everybody to beat Michael Jordan. But once I became a man and I understood what all of that meant, and then here's one more thing, and I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Michael Jordan wouldn't survive in today's era because social media would eat his ass up. A lot of things that Mike did or did not do, we didn't know back then. The athlete was off limits. A guy like Michael Jordan, you better not say shit bad about Michael Jordan. A lot of things didn't come out until later. He grew up in that era where athletes were untouchable. So unless you did something really egregious, right? Michael Jordan wouldn't be able to take it because he has a little bit of narcissistic in his personality. When these people get to start filming them at McDonald's, they filming them over here, and it's different. I'm telling you, today's athlete have to put up with so much more when the media has access to you 24/7.
Right.
So these players, a lot of them have mastered it, how to use it, that platform, to their advantage. You look at a guy like LeBron, he grew his brand off of using social media.
Yeah.
I'll give you this one last thing about MJ. He had a problem with Stan Smith. How you think he putting up with Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless and us? Because we the new media.
You don't take that shit up, but you gotta understand though, Mo. You talking about something what he could not do, and I can't even talk today. What he couldn't do today, but what you gotta understand something about MJ. He took shit like that, bro, for motivation. You know what I'm saying? And applied pressure every single time. Mike would look for Mike would make up shit just to get motivated. So in today's era right now, he would absolutely thrive in big time, bro. Big time. That's just my opinion. Hey, Big Time said Len Bias was his favorite. MJ, Kobe are the greatest, in my opinion, man. Yeah, I wish we could have seen. I wish a lot of people could have seen Len Bias, man.
Rest in peace, Len Bias.
One of the best college players ever, for real, that I've ever seen. One of the best, man. Yeah, but it's a great little debate, man. And you guys are right at the end of the day. It's hard having this type of debate because we can go, we can go back and forth all day long. What you say? Primetime said he don't need no motivation. What Ebony talking about, man?
You talking about Dion?
Man,
he ain't sweat. I'm
all-time NBA basketball players. You talking about Primetime? What is you talking about? We ain't talking about no NFL.
Primetime ain't swag. I'm swag.
I'm swag.
I'm swag.
Hey, Alabama State got a bad stadium. They got this billboard. I was impressed.
They got a bad
but they lost, so whatever.
Yeah, because you know what? Dion is swag at the end of the day. Hey, to all our viewers and listeners out there, man, who is your greatest of all time basketball players? Don't forget to comment in the comment section so we can go back and take a look at it. Other than that, hey, what you guys got planned on this week? We got Alabama against Tennessee. Come on, Roll Tide. We got to pull this out.
Man, yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Tennessee,
nice, man. Yeah, Tennessee is nice, man. You got to watch out for hitting the hooker.
Dangerous game.
It's a dangerous game, man. Come on, Bryce Harper. I said Bryce Harper. Come on, Bryce, man. We got to get that shoulder fixed, baby.
Please, Tennessee win so I can see Fred just totally melt down.
Well, I'm not going to be able to show
it. Because the Commanders suck. He's starting to realize MJ ain't the GOAT. It's almost Wizard season. Them motherfuckers suck my whole life. They've been bad. So he got to just melt if Alabama. Come on, Tennessee.
I know, man. Look here. That's all I got to hang on to, bro. For real, man. And UDC. Oh, man. Okay, look here. To all our viewers and listeners out there, man, we appreciate you vibing with us tonight or what have you. Go ahead and get us out, Mills Lane.
Oh, me? Okay. Yes. So I can get to my dinner. Y'all, thank you for vibing with us for over an hour. We gave you a long show. Get some good rest tonight. We will be back next week with all the laughs, all the commentary, and all the facts. Take care now.
No, and tell them where they can follow you at next Tuesday, Mills.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wait, am I doing a show next Tuesday? I am doing a show next Tuesday. IG Live 7:00. Just Being Honest with Mills Lane. I'm gonna have Sheer Glow Beauty's Courtney on my show. She is a waxer extraordinaire.
Bet.
For the
All right,
ladies and the gentlemen. So.
Oh, okay. Wow. Right. That's going to be very interesting right there.
Yeah.
And to all
I got to say is, yo! That's what I say. Wow!
And to all the viewers and listeners out there, if you missed this podcast, you can catch this podcast on Spotify and Apple or wherever you get your podcast. Other than that, good night.
Bye.